So without further ado, I know y'all are ready for tonight, right? The gentleman of the hour, like I posted in the group, is none other than our very own Mr. Backbone and Posture. He's always closing deals, always peaking. There's no such thing as a cold market to him. He is the king. So without further ado, I'd like to give you all Mr. Sam Foster.
All right. Thank you for that warm introduction, Mr. Clemens. Thank you all for being on the call. We had a little switcheroo for you guys. So I'm on the call tonight on this Leadership Saturday night. I want to thank everybody that's on the call. I had an opportunity to see a couple of people on the call. I want to recognize International. I want to recognize Mr. Akinko on the call from International. I want to represent present Ms. Diane Collins, and I thank you for being on the call because you guys, of course, definitely could have been anywhere. Your time zones are different from us completely, so I thank you guys for getting on the call, as well as everybody else that's on the call. Got a long way to go, short time to get there. I'm going to be brief because I'm starting to believe that when you be brief, you're getting ready to get into your business, all right? First of all, I want to say if you're taking notes on this Leadership Saturday night, the title of this call is going to be Character Development. That's right. If you're taking notes, Character Development. And the reason why I titled this Character Development is because, number one, ACN has a lot of things that's getting ready to be on the table in the next couple of months. Not only is it a lot of things on the table, but it's a lot of things for us to do as a whole when it comes to ACN. I'm excited. Jabri played that music. He played that Michael Jackson. Do you remember? I want everybody to think about, do they remember when they first got in ACN? How excited you were for being an IBO. That's what we're getting back to in 2023, ladies and gentlemen. Do you remember when you were your first IBO in ACN? I know many of you on this call was excited. I know you were ecstatic. I know you went out and you wanted to accomplish the world. Well, I want to say, let's retro this thing. Let's get back to the beginning of how we felt when we first came in ACN. All right. First of all, I want to looking at adversity producing success. Adversity being a production of success. Well, how is that so, Sam? Tell you exactly how's it so. The moment that you experience adversity in your business, count it as success. That's right. I said it, count it as success. And the reason I say count it as success is because adversity is a direct opposite of success, which means there's only one way to go when you have adversity, and that's to success. The only way you do not have success is that you quit. Why? Because you've already started. The only way you don't have it is that you quit. And we're on a leadership call. So I know there's no quitters in the room. I know there's no quitters on this call. I know there's only successful people on this call. And the only way you are successful is that you go through a process in ACN. It's called a process. I know some people are on the call and they'll listen to this call later and they'll say, yeah, I went through this, I went through that, but you were supposed to go through that. You were supposed to have this type of adversity in your business. Why? Because it will produce the success you're looking for. You don't become an SVP until you're an RVP. And you don't become an RVP until you an RD, and so on and so on and so on. And we know these things, but those are stepping stones to success. And believe it or not, as leaders on this call, now I'm talking to leaders. If I'm not talking to leaders, let me know. I'm only talking to leaders. When you get to a point in your business, when you see adversity, know that that's a surefire sign to success. I know what I'm talking about. What I want us to understand is the basics of what we're doing. Because I think sometimes we miss the basics and we kind of fall a little short on the basics of what we do. Okay, now watch this. Share some little keys with you. Well, How you able to talk to these people in cold marketing, this and this and this and this. Let me show you how I'm able to do it. First of all, I'm able to do it because in the back of my mind, I realized something, ladies and gentlemen. In the back of my mind, I don't care before I go talk to anybody. I already understand I got what they need. Somebody needs to get this in their spirit. I got what they need. Somebody needs to write that down because that needs to play in your mind before you talk to anybody. You already have what they need 100%. I don't care what they getting ready to tell you in response. You already got what they need. And you have it organically. We don't have to make it up. We don't have to think about it. We don't have to suppose it's going to be. No. Doug Davidson, I got you. I got you on gallery. I see. That's right, buddy. I see. I'm looking right at you, boy. I'm looking right at you. And I hope you get this message. Diane Collins, I hope you get this. All the way in Australia with them 400 plus points because you tipping the scales, young lady. You tipping the scales. One more point, and they're going to have to put you in the Point Hall of Fame. I know what I'm talking about. Point Hall of Fame. By yourself, you 400 and some points. Somebody need to recognize that. Think about that for a minute. So even when you think about it, Diane, even when you think about it, I always not straight say, I don't have a lot of people on my team. No. You don't need a lot of people because if you get one person that think like you, oh my God, your business is going to blow out the roof. Think about it. Kathleen Williams, at your age, no disrespect, at your age, you're looking for one more person that thinks like you. One more person. If we get one more person that thinks like you, it only takes a spark to hit a fire. It only takes a spark. That's why I know I'm talking to the right leadership right now. That's right. Mr. Bora, I know I'm talking to the right leadership. Why? Because y'all on this call. And it's a Saturday night. Melissa Williams, I know I'm talking to the right people on this call. This leadership. We have people on this call right now. If one more person join your organization, one more person, if one more person thinks like you, just one more person, come on, Sensational. If you get one more team member that thinks a fraction of how you think about it. And I'm here to tell y'all tonight on Character Development Saturday night, you're getting ready to find that person. But in order for you to find that person, you have to be in position. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? You're in position. Why? You're on the call. You're in the business. See, that's the problem. That's the problem I had to realize. Going through what I went through this week, pretty good week. Mr. Thomas came down. He spoke a little bit. We had a lot of edification. And then it hit me, ladies and gentlemen. Character development. Character development. The adversity shifts the ways. The adversity shifts the ways. And the reason why these SVPs are SVPs because they had the adversity first. They just did not quit. It's a universal concept. I don't care if you're in Australia. I don't care if you're in America. I don't care if you're in New Zealand. It's a universal concept. But the reality of it is, if you're already in, you win. Let me repeat that. If you're already in, you win. You win by default. You got the toughness already equipped inside of you and don't even realize it. I don't care who you talk to, foreign or domestic, they all have to do our products and services. Watch this part, somebody. Somebody gonna get this and send this to somebody. They have to do our services. That emphasis on the word have to. It's essential, they have to. They can't get around it. So when I peak people, this is what I do, especially for the people that I do the follow-up for. Watch this part. If I send them the information, the Tony Cooper's video, I'm going to always follow it up with my website. And when I give them my website, I'm going to say shop now. That's it. Because I want them to look at the fact of what is he sending me now, especially it's going to be a surprise to them. But when they go on the website, they actually see my face on there. If you put your picture on your profile, they see your phone number, they see your email, they see all the relevant information they're supposed to see. Now watch this. For somebody, you're going to get confused because you say, well, they're a little slow on responding. No. It's not about the response. See, that's why we tricked each other. We tricked each other in ACN. We think it's about the response. It's not about the response. And Mr. Thomas talked about this about 4 weeks ago. It's about the eyes, all the eyes that get to see your information. Watch this, because somebody is watching your information, even if they don't respond immediately. I said this a couple of weeks ago. You're not responsible for the response. You're responsible for the initiation. Why? Because the initiation of your situation produces your results. How many times can you put your information out there so somebody can see it? Now, the co-founders were smart in the aspect of how they did our information in our profiles and our website, because I see Diane Collins shaking her head. So I'm sure Japan and Asia's already shaking their head because they have similar profiles, which means if your information is already there by the person clicking that link, well, that probably is going to do 90% of your business, because it's going to emphasize who we are, what we do, and how we get paid. Let me repeat that. Melissa Williams, RC Melissa Williams, who we are, what we do, and how we get paid. That's all on that website. Then they're going to see Truvy. They're going to see all this additional stuff that we do without me having to really say anything. Now I'm in the process of production, because how many people can I sit in that too? Now I'm getting ready to have success with default. That's right, Doug. I'm finna have success with default now, because now I'm sending it out to the masses. Now people are going to get nosy enough. Here come that word again. They're going to get nosy enough to want to figure out what we're doing. They're going to get nosy enough to want to know, what is this all about? Then you're going to get people that's going to call you back. Come on, leadership. You're going to get people that's going to call you back. The thing about people calling you back is you want to spend the least amount of time with the 80% that's holding you back, and you want to spend the most of the time with the 20%. Now, that's the 80-20 rule. The people that's giving you the best response, you're going to spend the most time with them. Now, the people that's just dangling in the wind, you can always throw them bait, because now they have the bulk of your information. I'm going to show you how this works. When I send them my information, I send them my website. This is the second time, because I've already sent the video to them. I send them my website information. I'll say shop now. But what I do is I'm smart with my intentions. So what I'll do now is I say, okay, I see I got them on the ropes a little bit. Then I'll send my website. I'll say, click to learn how to start. Click to enroll now. Click to shop, start today. That's the process of being an IBO. Then I say, you can also shop now to get great prices on services. So now I put two things in one text. So whether they want to become an IBO or whether they want to become a customer, it's already in that one text. So I got 2 hits out of 1 swing. Think about it. I just knocked them out on both levels. So I did the make the money and the save the money in the same text. So I never have to worry about going back to redo anything. If I ever go back to them, and I will as a follow-up, I'm always asking, what did you like about it? You know, I can always throw a little shot in there and say, we ready to make the money, we ready to save the money. And I'll maybe send an emoji in there with the lady doing this right here, like, what you waiting on? Think about it. What you waiting on? Because when I just sitting there, what you waiting on, and I got my hands up like this right here, they have to respond. It's a universal concept at that point. They have to respond. And now I got them peaking again. And then if I really want to get down and dirty with them, I want to put a little backbone and posture in there, Ursula Allen. If I want to put a little backbone and posture in there, I go get down and dirty with them. Since this leadership Saturday, I get down and dirty with them, and I'll say, how's your job going? Oh yeah. That's right, Deborah. I asked them how their job going. I asked 3 people today, how's their job going? One guy told me he worked in the oil field in Texas. What he said, it's like a merry-go-round. I said, you ready to get off? That's right. I asked him, was he ready to get off? Do you hear me? He said, man, I guess I need to take another look at it. I think you shall. Think about it. See, you can't be afraid to go with them as they go with you. Why we have to be so timid when we respond back to them? I got what you need. I don't have to be timid with nothing I got. I got the goods right in my arsenal. Why do I have to be so passive when I'm responding back? Oh, you gonna offend them? No, I'm offended. I got everything they need, so I'm offended. Now think about this for a minute for all my leaders on the call. Think about this. I say, are you ready to get off the roller coaster? He said, yeah. So I sent him my video. Think about it. And I hadn't talked to this guy in a year. Sent him my video. So that way it can play on his mind. Watch this. In that 1 year's time, you got to remember, ladies and gentlemen, the video has shrunken itself. So the time is no longer that big of a deal. It used to be a 20-minute video. Now it's 8 minutes. It's an 8-minute video with everything inclusive in it. We got more products in a shorter video. So now they understand, well, it don't take you 20 minutes to see my video for all the people that say I'm busy. Come on now. Yeah, that's right. Come on, leaders. They always say they busy. Guess what I found out, leaders? Busy usually means two things. They broke or they scared to death. Oh yeah. I'm going there. They either broke or they scared to death. But watch this. None of that should be a problem for you if you're in ACN. Tom and Susan Ford, I got you. None of that should be a problem if they're in ACN. I don't care how old or how young you are. Why? Because once again, if they have to do your services, what's the problem? I'm gonna repeat that one. If they have to do your services, what's the problem? In other words, we got the goods. So what's wrong with exercising backbone and posture enough to respond back to them? Watch this, effectively and efficiently. You don't have to be rude. To have backbone and posture, you don't have to be rude, but you do have to be consistent. You don't have to be rude now, but you have to be consistent, and then you have to know what you're talking about. That's why you're on leadership. You have to know what you're talking about. When you tell them the next time you flick on your light, think about me, you need to say that with a straight face. The next time you talk on your phone, I want you to think about me. The next time you turn on a television set, I want you to think about me. And then if you really sick and tired of being sick and tired, you asking the big question. If you really got backbone and posture, you say, who do you know I need to know? That's going to really tick them off. That's going to really tick them off, Tom and Susan Ford. That's going to really tick them off because you're willing to say, look, if it's not true, who is it that I need to know? Because it's going to boomerang back around. Why? Because you still have to do my service. And since we're the wholesale side of the house, with our prices already on it, wait a minute. You're not going to tell them that? Say, hey, check my prices. Guess what I tell them since we're in Texas, everybody? Guess what I tell them? Because I know we got good prices in Texas on our electricity. I tell them, I said, check my site now. I said, our kilowatts and everything are already on the site. I said, call me back if there's a problem. Then I have somebody say, follow with me. I go on the website, I said, put your phone on speakerphone. I said, check my prices. For my cell phone service, everybody, I said, check my prices. I said, let me know the next time any company out there can tell you for 5 referrals, we're going to give you free service. Check my prices. Check them. That's what I'm telling them. Check my prices. That's the problem we have with most of our IBOs. We're not firm enough. I don't care what they say. We got the remedy. I don't care what they say. They lying. How I know they lying? Watch this. Watch this. This is how I know they lying. Because if it's stated on our website, it has to be what we say it is. And if I'm telling you to go on my website and it says it's what it is, the moment, and this is what I tell everybody, the moment we stop doing what the website says, you call me back. I'll never get that call. Because for 30 years, the co-founders of this company have done exactly what the information says we do. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. If they done it in Australia, if they done it in Japan, if they done it in the 27 countries outside the United States and have done it in the United States, wait a minute. We have to be the world's best producer of essential services on the planet. And if we tooted our horn for the last 30 years and nobody can dispute it, well, I'm gonna sit back on that one now. If for 30 years we can say we've been the world's largest and nobody can dispute it, now I can see if I was lying, but I got a Diane Collins on the line who's in Australia, which means she's in a whole nother country. And this young lady has almost 500 points by herself, not a team, but 500 points by herself in another country. And we live in America. And we getting offended because somebody told us no. We getting offended because somebody really, and let the cat out of the bag, they was really jealous of us. Oh yeah, I'm going there. They were really jealous of us, and they know was an indication of them trying to get us to quit the business. I wish I would. I wish I would let ACN go right now. I wish I would. With this thing getting ready to come down the pike in the next 2 months, I wish I would. They gonna knock on my door. You just have to be responsible for putting all that information out to them and letting the masses see your information. Because there's nothing that beats a boatload of information. Watch this, y'all. That's correct. A boatload of information that's correct. Because when I tell my people, call me back when we don't pay out, or call me back when it's not what we say it is, I never got that call. I've never got that call. Come on, Doug, I've never got that call. I'm just gonna be honest. I don't know if you got that call, but I never got that call. When I say call me back when they don't pay out, I've had people in my downline that got paid and never called me because they got their money. See, it's all about producing the facts. It's all about producing the facts. And if you look at your back office and you look at all the information that they provide, that's factual information. That's why you don't have to redo anything. You just have to put your information out there. And it's going to do itself over a process called default. It's all about default. But we have to make sure that we're consistent. That's all we have to do. Keep putting it out there. Keep putting it out there. The websites and all this stuff, throw it out there. Somebody's going to be nosy enough to give you a call. Even if you got to text somebody, text them your website. Shop now. Just text it. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised what they hit you back on. Hey, I just saw your information. I had a question for you. Yeah, I got an answer. I got an answer. You got a question. I got an answer. Because see, one thing about it, it doesn't matter how long you've been in ACN or how well you can do it. That's not what we're on. We're on your level of consistency. That produces your productivity and ultimately your level of achievement. Consistency wins this race. But in order for you to be consistent, you have to have the type of character in your lifestyle. See, that's why ACN has become a lifestyle. That's why they can tell you all the way over in Japan that they do this business just like we do this business, because it's a lifestyle. It's not just a culture now, because it's 27 different cultures within this ACN organization. And if they're successful over there, we could be successful over here. And we all have our challenges, but it's not about the challenge. I told y'all 3 weeks ago, I said, in order for you to be as stern as you should be in your business, you better have all your stuff. You better not be talking to nobody else's phone now. We do phones. You better not be flicking nobody else's light, and we do electricity and gas and all that stuff, because you become an imposter. And especially if you've been in a while, why are you not producing off your own services? That's why you end up becoming a deletion in your own business. It shouldn't matter about your downline. Your downline should be envious of you because you're consistent. You're consistent. That's why you're on this leadership call. You're consistent. That's what it's all about. Now for 2023, and this is my last message for January, and I wanted to knock this out with a bang. If we follow the ACN system, we will be successful because all we have to do is put more eyes on the information. Once again, more eyes on the information. If you have not done it before, send them your website, send them your website, send your website, flood them with your website. Because somebody, unless they're blind, no disrespect to the blind, but unless they're blind, they will see your information. And at some point, you're gonna get on somebody's nerves to the point that they will see your information, and somebody's gonna have to call you back. Now, if you don't want to bother nobody, don't get on this call. If you don't fool with nobody else, if you're too timid to do that, because in the next 2 months, you're going to see the economy shift. They're already paying $5 for eggs. Think about it. And that's on purpose. The economy is going to take a shift. But the last time it took a dive, ACN shot out the roof because we still have essential services that they have to use. Think about it. They'll drop life insurance before they drop. Let me get out of that. They'll drop life insurance before they have to stop paying for electricity. They'll drop life insurance before they have to stop paying for a cell phone. So if that's the same in this country, and Diane Collins in Australia use cell phones, they use cell phones in Japan, they use cell phones in 27 countries we in. Wait a minute. And we giving free cell phone service. For five, well, y'all do the math. This is simple. We make it hard because in our minds, we think we can't achieve because we think of all the stuff that's unnecessary for us. Because remember now, when you sign up with ACN, you have it already. See, we don't believe that in our own minds, because if we believe that in our own minds, we'll keep going and make mass production. But we start listening to people say, now they don't even call it a pyramid scheme no more because they know it's real. They'll tell you now, before they call it a pyramid scheme, they'll say they busy. But guess what I tell all my people? Busy doing what? Being broke? Because I want to know if you that busy, you should be where you want to be. Come on, y'all. You should be where you want to be. No disrespect to being busy, but my question is, and this is what I tell people a lot of times, and I know I'm gonna kind of ruffle little feathers, but this leadership, I even had people that had past tense that tell me I was so busy I couldn't look at it. Guess what I told them? I said, it's an 8-minute video. We condensed the time. I said, no disrespect, but you can watch this on the toilet. That's right. That's right. I said it. That's right, I said it. You do everything else with that phone in the bathroom. I said it. Think about it. Because when you tell them something like that, I'd rather ruffle your feathers. You get off the phone with me and you know I'm serious, than me be passive with you and say, okay, I understand, I'll call you back. No, I ain't calling you back. I ain't calling you back. Next person. Because I'm serious about this. Because somebody need to get off the phone, get into the website, find out who they people really are, offend a few people, and those people that really get offended will come back to you because they still do your services. I have them come back to me and their lights get cut off. I cut the lights back on. That's right. That's right. Zoom, ACN, I cut the lights back on. And then I say, why'd you call me? Why didn't you call me before the lights got cut off? Could have called me before the lights got cut off. See, but you have to be in your posture enough to respond the right way. Because if you respond the right way and you do things the right way, you're not offending nobody. You're really helping them. But we both can't be passive. We both can't be passive. Because if I got what you need, I have to have backbone and posture to this thing. Because if not, we're going to get off the phone and I'm going to be more defeated than you. See, that's not how this happens. That's not how this works. It's all a part of character development. That's been my time, ladies and gentlemen. I hope I wasn't too harsh. And if I offended you, I meant to. Thank you.